When did you first get involved in the WI?
Oh, I've been with Parkfield WI now for 3 years. I did join Laxey and Lonan when I came to the island 15 years ago, but sort of like branched away from that because sort of I was still working at the time. But I've been highly involved with Parkfield now for the last 3 years. I'm coming into my 4th year with them now. So, and I've gone from being a member to being on the committee. I don't think I was there that long before I went on the committee, to be honest. And now I'm on the board of trustees for the Island Federation. I'm press secretary, and this year I'm wearing the heart of the Ag Show chair. So I'm the chair of the Ag Show as well this year.
Wow. Pam, we were talking about how you got involved at the age of just 26. And I think over the years, the WI really has shaken off the Jam and Jerusalem image. It is so much more than that. And you were telling us about some of the campaigns that the WI over here has been involved in.
That's right. If people are interested in campaigning, it is one element of membership that they can do. And the island has a wonderful history of the campaigns. One that might be familiar with people was when we did the breast screening recall service, which was one of the most recent ones. But going back in our history, there's some wonderful examples of what the Federation campaigned for. And that was in 1951. We asked the powers that be, could they erect more pillar boxes and telephones in rural areas? In 1954, we campaigned for shops to be opened during the lunch hour. One of my favourites is actually that the Isle of Man road surfacers be asked to provide more seating accommodation in the Ramsey bus station and a fire in the winter.
And
that was
happen?
1951. Yes,
did it happen?
did.
Oh, that. And again, we've been talking about people taking part in consultations. This is a real example of people power.
Absolutely, and quite recently, 3 WIs on the west coast, after the loss of the Peel to Castletown bus service, did contact their MHKs, and we did get the bus service reinstated. The only thing is, it's one of those things you have to use it or lose it. But it shows what can be done if people campaign.
So tell me a little bit about plans then to possibly open another branch of the WI. Where are you up to with this?
Right, we have 3 meetings planned initially. The first one is on the 30th of January at 7:30 in the evening, and there's going to be a demo by one of our members, Rita Steele, who's going to help everyone make gift boxes. It's at the Manx Blind Welfare at Corrin Court. And everyone is welcome. Ladies over 16 are welcome. There's no age limit.
And who makes an ideal WI member from your point of view?
Oh, you need a wide variety of personalities, as in anything, to make something like this work. And for some people, it's just an opportunity to catch up and friendship. For others, it's to learn things. The things I've tried while I've been a WI member have been amazing. But for others, it's the campaigning aspect. So there's no one size fits all. Everybody's welcome, and it's that bringing together that makes the jigsaw of a WI.
And you mentioned the campaigns there. I mean, we talked not that long ago about incredible nationwide campaign, the plastic soup campaign, and there's the Make Time for Mental Health campaign. There's the Seeds campaign about getting out in nature. So many things. I mean, you can't underestimate the power of the WI. But I'm going to pick up on what you said about friendship there, because we were just chatting in the background before we came on air about how important actually it is sometimes to have that community and that group of friends. Sometimes it's more than just friendship, isn't it?
It is. Having been a member for 40 years, I can honestly say there have been times in my life when WI members have wrapped their arm around me, and my husband was very seriously ill, and the first lady I met after coming out of the doctor's surgery was a member, and I can remember to this day the feeling of her putting her arms around me and clasping me to her bosom, and she became family rather than just a friend. And things like that have happened to numerous members over the years. And it's not only friendship, it's something bigger, I think, that it brings ladies together. of all ages.
So what is expected of you as a member? How much time do you need to go along to meetings, for example, and things like that?
It can be as little as 2 hours a month. If you want to do more, that's entirely up to you. Some WIs, for example, have walking groups, film clubs, book clubs, craft clubs, anything that a group of members, it doesn't have to be anybody, want to take part in, you can do it. So it's entirely up to you.
And Aileen, of course, it's all ages as well, isn't it? Because remind people about the Spring Chicks, for instance. The young WI, the Spring Chicks, because that's a sort of part of the WI, but it's sort of aimed at younger people, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. Sort of like all WIs are aimed at young people, aren't we? We cover as Pam was saying, we cover from 16 up to whenever. I'm not actually with Spring Chicks, I'm with Partfield. But yeah, Spring Chicks is quite an active group, along with Peel Bells. They're quite an active group.
Yes.
Partfield's quite an active group as well. Sorry, excuse me. It's, as Pam was saying, you seem to have, there's some cloak of camaraderie within that WI, isn't there? You just seem to blend in. Everybody makes you welcome. It doesn't matter who you are, where you've been, or where you've come from. Everybody is welcome.
Pam, I have to ask you, would you still be welcome if you're not very good at baking?
Of course. We need people that can wash up and wipe dishes.
Make
and,
tea.
Yeah, as much as anybody who, has perhaps very good talents. Anybody is welcome. Just come for the friendship if that's what you want.
I've got a question then in that case. Can I join?
Of course.
You can.
Ooh,
there you
of
go.
course.
Would you ever say I've got to sign up?
We've had a lovely text from Sam who says, can you just make it clear you don't have to be a mother to be in the WI? It's a bit like young farmers. You don't have to be a farmer in it, just willing to do great things.
No, you don't have to be a mum. You don't need to make jam and chutney. You don't need to craft. You don't need to knit. Just come along and enjoy it.
But I bet there's the opportunity to learn all those things if you wanted to.
Oh,
There
God, yeah.
is. We do a lot of things on island. For example, in March, we have a day learning how to make a fascinator. So if you've got a wedding coming up, there's actually a course for that. But we've also another craft day coming up where you can learn how to ice a cake, how to make a doll out of scraps, and I've forgotten what the other thing is. There's 3 crafts on that day. So not only does the WI do things, but also at federation level, they also offer different things. For example, we had Jeremy Paul not long ago who was talking to us, and an afternoon tea, of course.
And we've got a Beneath the Waves as well, haven't we, with science and...
Yeah.
So if it is found then, Pam, that there is interest in another branch opening up, where would that be?
It would initially start in Onchan, but it's up to the members who want to form the WI in Onchan. And you don't have to live in Onchan or Douglas to come to it. You can live anywhere. If the time and night is convenient, that's ideal. But once they decide to form a WI, because we are a charity and there are legalities to go through, they will decide when and where. These are just exploratory meetings to see how much interest. So they can then decide also their name, which is a big thing nowadays, because a lot of the WIs across are choosing exciting names like Spring Chicks and Peel Bells. Buns and Tarts is one that's across. So, you can use your imagination to the limit.
Buns and Tarts, that's all I've written. No, I'm not going to say
There's
it.
actually one in London that's goths, aren't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're goths. They're all goths.
Remind us when that meeting is on the 30th then.
It's on the 30th at 7:30, Manx Blind Welfare. Everyone will be very welcome.